Hello viewers, this is Evelyn Obliva Buhay. Guess what? Is there anybody who can guess these leaves that I'm showing now? Well, anyway, today I will be showing you my coconut tree indoor. And this is how it looks like. As you see there, people who live in Asian countries or any other country in the US or in Europe where coconut trees grow, this is how it looks like. You wait until the coconut will get matured and this one will turn brown like that. And then in the Philippines, I remember when I was small, we just put them somewhere else where it's kind of moist, and then they just develop. They will develop something here that will grow like shoots or a shoot. And then as the shoot will be growing, then under there, it will grow the roots. So if anybody who wonders where I got this coconut tree, actually, I bought it in IKEA. In Sweden, we say IKEA, but you know, in other countries, they say IKEA, and it's one of the biggest furniture store in Sweden, and now they are everywhere in the world. But anyway, back to my coconut tree. My husband always wanted to have a coconut tree indoor. And here in Sweden, we have like 80% of our weather in the whole year is cold. We only have summer like 2-3 months, and to be exact, 2 months maybe. It's because the other month it can be cold even if it's summer. Coconut trees, they don't like it. They usually enjoy the weather when it is warm and humid outside. So as you see, this coconut tree is kind of 3 meters. If you look at that, so it's quite high. And I had to transfer it because if it will grow more, I think I only have like 2 meters more and it will reach the roof. So I have to transfer it somewhere in our that room there, which I have a lot of plants already, and that is our living room because it has the highest roof in all the parts of this house. So as you see here, it really grows a lot. I have to transfer them in a bigger pot so that the roots will develop more. But of course, I don't want to transfer it in a very big pot either. It's because it might grow so long and I don't have a place for it. So it should be like a length that my living room can that it can grow as long in the living room. So if you're one of those who wants to have a coconut palm or a coconut tree indoor, it is very important to know that it is advisable to have them near a window, or if you have a glass wall. It's because they actually need sunlight. They need this light, but you don't have to put them like direct to sunlight, especially like in the summer, and you want to put it out. Hide them at first for a week in somewhere shady place, because if you just immediately put them outside and it is exposed to the sun, direct to the sun, then the tree will not tolerate it. I think any plant that is being just indoor and then suddenly in the summer you put it direct outside and exposed to sunlight, they will never survive. The leaves will not feel good. It's like the sun will burn them. So this is it. And when it comes to watering, you shouldn't make it, dry. So I had been learning since before that I had been telling a lot of my viewers that in any plant, as you like, most of the plants, they love water, they like water. Just like us, we get thirsty. But then be sure that you don't overwater them, because it can get rotten. So as you see, especially during winter time, it takes time before they dry out. So this is still moist, so it means I'm not watering it yet. Since I bought it, I think I bought it 2 weeks ago, and until now I never water it. It's because it's still wet, and it's like that if it's winter. So it's winter, you have to be careful because they don't dry it up. Maybe during the summer you can water them as much, like once or twice a week. So the best policy is you have to feel the soil. When it's still moist, you don't have to water it. So as you see, we'll see how this coconut tree develop later on, and I will always give you an update. So in this house, I have a lot of tropical plants actually, and one of this is the coconut. I was not actually planning to have a coconut tree because, in my country I grow up, it's like coconut trees everywhere, and it's really very nice, and they are really big. So this is the first time I have a coconut tree inside, and it's because my husband, he always liked to have a coconut palm inside. And in fact, we have a Canarian palm indoor already, and it's actually growing to 3 meters now. So we'll see how will it be. The positive thing that we are not traveling anymore because of the pandemic is that I have a lot of plants, and I don't know, when the time the pandemic is okay and we can travel again, I don't know how to deal with all these plants, because I just have so plenty of them. I should have somebody to come to my house and water my plants. Anyway, it looks like this. And as you see, these leaves, it's really beautiful. So inside this house, I have a banana tree. Now I have a coconut. I have other palm trees. I have guava tree. And if you want to see all of those content, just look at my gardening playlist, and you will see all those contents, all about tropical plants that I have inside. And I even have a pineapple plant. It's not in this part of the house. It's on the top floor of the house, and I will be making also a content of it. So some of you might wonder, why on earth do I have to have a coconut tree inside? Since the beginning, my husband always wanted to have it. And when we were in IKEA, he saw one and he was like, oh, there is a coconut tree. I should have one. He was supposed to get 2 of them. But then I said, please just take one, because now I have actually a lot of plants already in the house. And, it's only me watering them. But anyway, as what I said before on my past videos, the plants here are actually giving joy. They're not just, like for beautification. They give you joy, relaxation, and it's kind of therapy when you take care of them. And then another thing is that they are actually very good natural purifiers. So it's a lot of things. Oh, if you look at outside, and those furnitures are doing like that, and my other Christmas how do I say it, my other Christmas decorations are like turning down, and it's because it was last night and the other night we had a very, very strong wind, so things are flying there outside. So it's like this, And if you wonder how it looks like when it grow very big, this one, it can actually like just, get taken out by itself, and it will turn into like all the roots there will grow bigger. So I have to transfer it in a big container, and I have already here. That is quite perfect for this coconut, and it's kind of natural material too, so it's perfect for it. By the way, I got it from my mother-in-law. She knows I love plants, so she is the one who usually give me a lot of pots or planters and even plants. So as you see, it's just so nice to see a palm tree, a coconut palm inside the house. It's kind of reminding me my childhood environment, where it's like coconut trees everywhere. And my husband was like, you still can eat what is inside there? And I said, no, all the energy of that plant growing is actually from the inside of that coconut, and now it's kind of dried up there inside. It's the one who is giving this kind of energy where it will produce the roots and then the shoots. So while the shoots is like growing up, the roots also down there are growing. And it's just, if you think about it, it's just so wonderful to think how a coconut tree developed. I know that people who are not born or living in an Asian country or any country that coconut trees are just growing anywhere, they're just so fascinated. And my husband, he really researched for it, all about it, and he said, oh, I just learned now that coconut tree is one of those trees, or it may be the only tree that will survive being planted near the sea, near the seashore. And I said, oh yes, it's a lot of coconut trees that can really grow near the seashore because they can actually tolerate the salt. They can tolerate the salty water in the sea. That is why they can grow. They can actually grow near the sea. But of course, their growth is not quite as the same as the coconut trees that are growing not beside the seashore. So when you see any coconut, if anybody there here are like have some coconut trees inside, or you want to have one, why not? It's actually a good thing to have. And they just have so amazing. I can't wait to see this coconut growing, So I think that's all for today. If anybody who wonders and will want to ask something all about the coconut tree, then don't hesitate to comment below. And for those who haven't subscribed yet on my channel, please subscribe now. You will see a lot of contents relating to plants. And of course, I have some other contents in my channel that is not related to plants. But most of it, it's all about plants, growing them. So again, this is Evelyn of Liba Buhay. Thank you for watching, and see you again next time.